In this video, we're going to check out Burson Audio Playmate 3, but before we get started, my name is Ed, you're watching Stokes Sounds, and if you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment, and if you want to support the channel, head over to our website, stokessounds.com. Let's dive in and check out Burson Audio Playmate 3. The Playmate 3 is basically a desktop hub, USB in from your computer, and you get a powerful headphone amp plus line outs if you want to feed speakers or another chain. If you mix on headphones or you're constantly switching between references, it's aiming to be the one box on the desk. In a real mixing workflow, this isn't replacing speakers, it's a precision tool. I use it to spot low-end issues, harshness, distortion, and balance problems quickly. The Burson Playmate 3 is detailed, honest, and powerful. If you mix on headphones and want more control and clarity than a typical interface headphone out, this is a serious upgrade. And here it is, the lovely box, the Playmate 3. Look at it, it looks incredible, and I love that. To me, whenever I've got gear in my studio, the aesthetic is also important. It helps me work, helps me focus. And, you know, this Burson Audio Playmate 3 really feels solid. You know, it feels great quality, and I love that. You know, very simple. We've got the two jacks here. We've got the small jack, large jack, which is great. So for different headphones and the outputs, we can plug them straight in, which is, you know, really handy. We've got the dial here, and we'll turn it all on in a minute, and we'll go through the actual settings itself. If we take a look at the back, we've got all of the other bits at the back as well. So, you know, we can plug it into the power adapter. We've got left and right. So all really handy stuff. And yeah, let's actually dive into how I use it. There's no shortage of power here. If you're running high impedance or less sensitive headphones, the Playmate 3 has no problem driving them cleanly. Low-end detail is the first thing that stands out. Bass notes feel defined, and it's easier to hear when the kick and the bass are actually working together versus just feeling loud. The mid-range is clean and revealing, small EQ moves on vocals are easier to hear, and compression timing becomes more obvious.
I took your hand and colors came alive. Wherever you need me, I'll be your man.
The top end is energetic and detailed. That's great for catching harshness or sibilance, but it also means you need to stay disciplined with translation checks. Stereo imaging is stable and controlled. Panning decisions feel confident, and depth, especially reverb tails, is easier to judge.
I took your hand and colors came alive. Wherever you need me, I'll be your man. Every princess needs someone to hold.
So when it comes down to using the Playmate 3 in action, what I tend to do is I mix on my main studio monitors for 80% of the song. And then at around 20% when I'm just doing my final touches and just kind of finessing the mix and just making sure everything kind of feels good, then I go onto headphones and do all the checks there. What I'm looking for is pops, clicks, you know, is the bass popping out in certain frequencies, and how can I manage that? And I really find having a headphone amp like the Burson Audio Playmate 3, it just really enables me to find those finer details that I need to get in the mix before I send it off to a client. So I've got a track pulled up here. It's by an artist called Luke Stefano. The song is Can I Be Your Man? Let's actually take a listen to the song so we know what we're working with. Let's stick the headphones on and let's do our final checks.
I wanna dance. Could you take my hand? Under the stars with you, I'm asking you if I can be your man. It only takes one kiss, midnight in the rain. So now after all this time, it was you who's walked away. the dawns, could you take my hand? Under the stars with you, I'm asking you if I can be your man. It only takes one kiss, but I'll kiss you every day. So no, after all this time, it was you. I know after all this time, it was you. You who was walked away.
So as you heard there, that was the mix, and you can see on the screen all of the automation moves that I'm doing, you know, adding the feel to the music. And to me, that's kind of where Burson Audio Amplifier is really important, because I need to get that crisp and clear sound to come across into the headphones for me to do those fine adjustments. Without it, I'd really struggle to get the clarity that I need to be able to do it. You know, you can see I'm lifting up the synth here on this part, you know, going up a few dB and riding it. And all of those moves is what is making the mix better and have more emotion, which ultimately affects how the listener is hearing the music and how they feel it. So for me, it's a very, very important kind of part of the mixing process that at the 80% mark, I move on to headphones, do my fine adjustments, and then I'll go off the headphones and come back out on studio monitors, and then I usually have a pretty good mix by the end of it. That's kind of my process, and that's how I integrate Burson Audio Playmate 3 into my mixing setup. I don't think I could now not use headphones without having the amplifier with me everywhere I go. For me, it's like, you know, it's a no-brainer. I have to have it, just because when I do pull it away, you know, I notice that all the clarity and, you know, all of the depth that I'm getting in the audio from the amplifier is completely gone without it. So to me, it's a must-have. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and if you've got any questions about the Playmate 3, you know, using headphone amplifiers when it comes down to mixing to get the clarity that you want, then definitely put all of your questions down below and I'll get back to all of you. And that's it from me this week, and I'll see you again on the next video.